Alright, next up we have Groudon. Alright, we're going to be taking a look at some interesting facts about Groudon, as well as its primal evolution, Primal Groudon. So, there are two forms to cover for. So for Groudon's information, his weight is 950.0 kilograms on regular Groudon, and 999.7 kilograms on Primal Groudon. His height is 3.5 meters for regular Groudon, and 5.0 meters for Primal Groudon. He is a ground type for regular Groudon, and a ground and fire type for Primal Groudon, which does seem weird, consuming that Groudon is red, so it does seem weird that he can be a fire type as well. His abilities are Drought for regular Groudon, and Desolate Land for Primal Groudon, which means he can summon in harsh sunlight. And his catch rate is 3, which is also 1.6%. And while it is not known to evolve into or form any other Pokemon, Groudon can undergo primal reversion and become Primal Groudon if it holds the red orb, which that's something special. And Groudon possesses the ability to expand continents. In ancient times, it came in conflict with Kyogre, a Pokemon with the ability to expand the oceans. In Pokemon Ruby, Emerald, and Omega Ruby, Groudon is sought after by Team Magma as a major part of their plot to create more habitats for land Pokemon by lowering the sea level. And Groudon is the game mascot of Pokemon Ruby and its remake, Pokemon Omega Ruby, with Groudon appearing on the box art of Ruby and Primal Groudon appearing on the box art of Omega Ruby. And along with Kyogre and Rayquaza, Groudon is a part of the Weather Trio. So that means that Groudon is able to summon in harsh sunlight. And for its Pokédex entry, Groudon is said to be the personification of the land itself. Legends tell of its many clashes against Kyogre, as each sought to gain the power of nature. So it looks like Groudon was fighting Kyogre in order to gain the power of nature. Now when it comes to Groudon being in the spin-off games, he's made 6 major appearances. In Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Groudon is obtainable as a Pokeball Pokemon. It uses Overheat to immolate itself in a fiery aura, causing anyone except the summoner who comes into contact with it to be knocked back and receive damage. Similar to the attack of Moltres, though it lasts longer due to its tremendous size. It takes up a lot of the stage, making its attacks almost inescapable. However, Groudon's attack is significantly weaker than Moltres, as it deals less knockback and damage, making it very hard to directly KO an opponent until they reach a very high damage percentage. So it looks like Groudon is very big for the stage. And in Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, Groudon appears as a trophy, and in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, both Groudon and Primal Groudon appear as spirits. So if you decide to enhance your Groudon spirit, it will become Primal Groudon. And in Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, Groudon is the focus of the second bonus field. Groudon will throw rocks down from the ceiling to add obstacles to the field and create an eruption to surround itself in pillars of fire. The rocks take 3 hits to break, while the fire pillars take 4 hits to break. During this time, Groudon will also throw the balls at the Pokeball to stall it further. The eruption does break any rocks still on the field. Groudon must be hit 15 times in 3 minutes to win. After beating the round twice, Groudon will be captured. So, it looks like you better have to catch Groudon for this round. And in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team, when the player completes the Mount Freeze dungeon for the first time, after Ninetales is spoken to, an earthquake will happen. Then Ninetales says that Groudon has awakened and will wreak havoc. Team ACT will then go off and try to stop Groudon, only to be defeated. Then a new team made of Blastoise, Golem, and Octillery, when they get defeated, the player's team have to go back to Magma Cavern themselves and defeat Groudon. So it looks like Groudon is going to be very tough to defeat. And in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness, when the player visits Steam Cafe for the first time, Yuxi creates a fake Groudon, hoping that it would keep the player's team away from knowing fog-bound lake's existence in order to protect the time gear it has been guarding. After the credits, a real Groudon appears in Shimmer Desert as the guardian of the Terra Crystal. So it looks like Groudon is very awesome to have in the spin-off games. Now, when it comes to Groudon being in the TV series, he's made 3 major appearances. So for Groudon being in movie number 6, in Jirachi Wishmaker, a former Team Magma scientist named Butler, working as a magician at the Millennium Festival, wished to use Jirachi to bring forth a Groudon. However, what he ended up with was not a Groudon, but a manifestation of pure evil that had the appearance of Groudon. At the end, Jirachi used Doom Desire to destroy the fake Groudon. While it looks like Jirachi's wish came true, and he was able to defeat the Groudon. And for Groudon in the Advanced Generation series, Groudon made its physical main series debut in gaining Groudon. Team Aqua had captured Groudon, but did not have the correct orb to control it. So they planned to make a trade with Team Magma, who had captured Kyogre. The trade was about to be made when Archie decided to use Kyogre to destroy everyone, including his fellow henchmen. The battle between Kyogre and Groudon occurred in the Scuffle of Legends. So it was a very intense battle between Kyogre and Groudon. And for Groudon in the X and Y series, in Mega Evolution Special number 2, a Groudon was awakened by the presence of the giant rock, and in Mega Evolution Special number 3, it was shown in its primal state, fighting with Primal Kyogre over the giant rock. So it looks like it was a very intense battle between both Kyogre and Groudon. Alright, so here is Groudon's shiny form. So for his shiny form, he turns a yellow color instead of red, and for its primal shiny form, it turns a black color with some yellow claws, but the primal form is probably much better than the regular form. But here are the QR codes if you ever want to register them into Pokemon Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Oh, and here are some other facts that you didn't know about Groudon, is that Groudon's attack and special attack, and defense and special defense are the reverse of Kyogre's, which is pretty interesting. And in games prior to Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Groudon has a catch rate of 5, which is somewhat easier to catch, but still very hard to catch. And Primal Groudon is the tallest Fire-type Pokemon, which does seem pretty strange. And Primal Groudon is the heaviest Ground-type and Fire-type Pokemon. And here's another thing that doesn't make sense, is that he is able to carry an air balloon, which Groudon is the heaviest Pokemon, so the air balloon would not be able to support it if this was realistic. And Groudon shares its category name with Torterra. They are both known as the Continent Pokemon. And Primal Groudon has the highest base attack stat and base stat total of all Ground-type and Fire-type Pokemon. And it even has the highest base attack and base defense stats of all Fire-type Pokemon, and the highest base special attack of all Ground-type Pokemon. Oh, and like I said before, the fake Groudon in Jirachi Wishmaker is much taller than its game height of 11.06, being as tall as the mountainous structures in Farina. When an actual Groudon later appeared in the anime series, it was much closer to its correct size, which they did a pretty good job on this one. And on the DVD cover of Jirachi Wishmaker, a normal Groudon is depicted, despite the Groudon in the film not being an actual Groudon, which does seem pretty weird. And in Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, the character Chobin operates a Robo Groudon after the player defeats him for the third time, which it does seem pretty scary. And although Groudon is genderless in the core series games, it is referred to as a male in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness, which does seem pretty strange since he's genderless. And a Groudon costume is worn by Terrell in Pokemon Battle Revolution. So, it looks like Groudon has a lot of great and interesting facts about him after all. Way to go, Groudon!